This game is rated M for mature.
What am I? Oh my god. Is she the source of my power?
But what is she? Alive or dead?
Why do you ask what?
And the delicious question is when.
The only difference between past and present
Is semantics.
lives, lived, will live.
Dies, died, will die.
If we could perceive time as it truly was,
What reason would grammar professors have to get out of bed?
like us all, Lady Comstock exists across time.
She's both alive and dead.
She perceives being both.
She finds this condition disagreeable.
Perception without comprehension.
It's a dangerous combination.
Look! Footsteps!
She goes to unfinished business.
We have to follow her. Convince her to open the gate to Comstock House.
I'll go anywhere that might actually have ammo or salts or anything.
It's a shame you have need of her to enter Comstock House.
Frankly, she doesn't seem all that cooperative.
There is a way to bring her to reason.
Three truths you must discover first.
Truths which, in this world, Comstock has destroyed.
If only one of you had the power to alter time and space.
That would be a blessing, wouldn't it?
It would.
Well, they're sarcastic.
There's something off about Lady Comstock.
Yeah, I noticed.
No, you don't understand. She doesn't belong here. I brought something through. I'm not so sure it was her.
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? So now we're circling around this area, and you basically have to locate the 3 tears. And by locating those tears, you get a better perception of what's going on. If the game would be so kind... No, you don't need to slow down. You don't need to do that. It'll be okay. No, you're okay. You're fine. So they give you a bit of a hint with you just following her footsteps. So you at least have that going for you. I have no money because I died so many times I ran out.
More
That's
money.
good.
Okay, cash.
Thank you. I needed that desperately. I will take anything at this point. But for a fact, one of them is through a test lab, so we'll start there. Yep, nothing I could have done. I don't know if those showed up on y'all's end, but those guys literally just spawned out of nowhere on my end. They just showed up, and I was like, oh, that's probably... Yeah, kind of like this. I thought it was just a figment or something like that. And then they started shooting at me, so I guess that was not the case. Alright, that was a good amount of salt, at least. Minus the salt I'm already displaying. Please let me go over things that are not there. Sure, this way. I don't remember if you have to find these tears in order or not. I would assume yes, but maybe you don't. I would appreciate the game stopping whatever it's doing because I don't like the slowdown. It's not helpful and I don't appreciate it.
No mercy for us! For you!
If I recall, this is what they're all on.
Can't find anything.
Excuse me.
Okay, cash.
Appreciate it.
Keep my eyes open for more.
Okay, come on. I am literally standing in a trap, so you cannot do that without getting hit by the trap. Search that lockbox.
Fireman over there!
I have nothing to attack with. I need a weapon. Any weapon. At all. Neither of those are going to help me right now. Can I please go around this? Please, that's all I'm asking. Okay, that's probably the right way to go. The problem is I have no ammo at all, and there are no weapons I can switch to. I have salts, but that can only get me so far. Really hoping that was a weapon just then. Come on, one of these has to be ammo.
Want to hold on to this? Okay.
There. Full on that. I'm not gonna buy too much of that. Yeah, that is going the right way. I'm gonna assume since there's enemies, this probably is the correct direction. No thanks.
Got it.
Thanks.
Open it.
There you go! Alright, it's all undone.
Huh. I would take anything at this point. Yeah, I think it's safe to say taking that break was not a good idea. Not that that comes as a shock to anybody, but yikes.
This place have to do with my mother.
I don't know, but it's got healing stuff, it's got salts, so I'm okay with it right now. Do I want to leave the area? I don't feel like I do, because the Lutece Lab is another place we can go. And I'm pretty sure we can come back, because we're going to go to that same spot, but I'd rather make sure I go to the place that has the Voxophones, that I know it does. Just in case. Also, we were coming up on 30 lockpicks, which is a little bit surprising. We were kind of hovering around like the low to mid 20s for a while, and now we're back up towards the high 20s. stuff is what I want.
Need money?
Always. I'm just gonna try to keep that as stocked as I can for right now. I know this is not a great gun, and it is definitely not my favorite gun by any stretch of the imagination, but it's what I've got on hand, and I've got to make do with what I got. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. The blue test lab should be somewhere up ahead. Now that I can actually deal with the enemies. I don't think I want to go there yet. The test lab's nearby, but that's one spot we can go to later. Which means we know where all three of them are.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna really not feeling it. Keep moving. Game, please stop trying to crash. I do not appreciate that. I'm just gonna keep going around until I hit the Lutece lab. Doesn't matter if you go clockwise or counterclockwise. I'm gonna guess they're probably all equidistant from each other. So it's pretty safe to say that if you're not near two of them, that you're pretty much on top of the third one. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Here it is.
I heard you.
Price of one, Grandma. There we go. Now that's how you kill some dudes. It's a good combo. I'm gonna have to remember that one. There actually is a thing for using combinations of
take a look at this lock?
vigors. In fact, I think there's an achievement tied to it, but I believe it's for the DLC Clash in the Clouds,
There
which
you go.
we may or may not get around to. I wouldn't hold my breath over it immediately, but you know. We'll see what happens. Alright. I'm going to take care to look through everything here because there are 3 Voxophones in this area, so I do not want to miss any of those.
It's a tear.
There's something in there. Should I open it?
Yeah, but in a second. One of them is after that tear, but I'm not going to do that immediately. Here's one of them.
Comstock seems to have been made sterile by simple exposure to our contraption. A theory. Just as sexual reproduction can de-emphasize the traits of each parent, so goes the effect of multiple realities on our own. Your traits dissipate until they become unrecognizable or cease to exist.
That was number 64 for anybody that cares. The one that's after the tear is 63, so now we're looking for 65. Should be in a bedroom, so I'm going to guess somewhere in here. Along with this, Infusion, which is of course going to shields.
Just what the doctor ordered.
That is number 23, so we did skip a few of those. But I believe they're all kind of around tears, so they may not have been available
Found some
immediately
money.
anyway.
Want it?
Yep.
Comstock has sabotaged our contraption. Yet, we are not dead. A theory. We are scattered amongst the possibility space. But my brother and I are together, and so I'm content. He is not. The business with the girl lies unresolved. But perhaps there is one who can finish it in our stead.
You are!
That's my mother.
I assure you, madam, my sexual interest in your dear prophet is non-existent.
Madame Lutece.
Furthermore, the man is quite sterile. As am I. Come here, you little bastard! I want her out of my house!
Sterile.
They weren't my parents.
Then what were you to them?
The child that they had decided to imprison. She deserves whatever Comstock did to her.
Your dress is very much freaking out.
What did you mean before when you said Lady Comstock
I'll have to
didn't...
wait on this Voxophone.
She's almost feral. It's like she's a reflection of... I don't know.
Alright, now, that Voxophone that we just picked up, which should be Child of Science. Yes, this one.
Lady Comstock seems to believe the child is a result of some errant act of carnality between myself and her beloved prophet. I told the poor woman the truth, that the child was a product of our little contraption, but I think she found that less believable than her delusion.
Likely so. Alright, so with those Voxophones taken care of... For the record, one of them is in Bank of the Prophet, and that's an area we're going to go to because the next 3 Voxophones are there. So I'm not worried about missing that one because we're going to be in that section anyway. As for this first one, I'm not 100% sure about this. Can I check my... Yeah, that should be correct. Because there are 24 in the game, 5 are from DLC, so that's 29, so I should be missing 1 at the very end, so there are 3 left. So that is correct. I didn't just pick one up and forget about it. That's much later, so I'm not worried about that one. So that Memorial Gardens Infusion is the only thing I'm not 100% sure where it is. So I think we're going to go around and look for that first. I don't think it's this way. Since that was the grave and what? Wow, you looked really creepy just then. That, like, actually sent shivers down my spine.
Booker, grab that lockpick.
I'd love to, but unfortunately the game is really not feeling it.
Catch!
Okay, thanks. I don't want the vending machine. There we go.
Just listen to everything
Okay, I think I found where our mystery infusion was. So, my notes say that this is in the Memorial Gardens, and I already read the thing for it. The sign that says between Financial District and Market District is where the Wilson Bros. And Company bottling works is. So, it was not correct on either side of the sign. So I had 2 chances to get it right, and was wrong in both. This is kind of where we came around the loop, around the bend here, so it's towards the edge. You should see a lot of nothing around it, but this is the sign that you're looking for. No wonder I couldn't find it. It was not even close to where it said it was. But yeah, there's the infusion right there. No wonder I couldn't find it, though. It said it was in the Memorial Gardens, and then there's a sign with 2 different locations on it, neither of which were the Memorial Gardens. Very nice. So Somebody should, like, make a decent list and get their research right on this. It will not be me, but it would be nice if someone did that. I'm sure it would, you know, a lot of people that were playing along would probably appreciate that. Hopefully I did a decent enough job of explaining where that was, because that was very hard to find.
Need money? Here you go.
It's gonna like, set me to possession on that again, since I did it semi-recently. Freaking chair, just stay. So that's a good sign, that's where we need to be going. So if there's dudes.
Watch out, flak cannon! Down!
Nice.
That's all I've got.
Go ahead.
Oh. Yeah, take your time.
Look hurt.
I am. Can I get out of this position? Thanks. I couldn't even see. Now I completely turned around and I have no idea where those enemies are.
I'll keep my eyes open for more.
I don't like the fact that when I get hit, it just like sends me really far in a random compass direction. All that for an orange. Kinda thinking that wasn't worth the effort. This was probably it, wasn't it? Yep.
Need some help with this.
Child's play. All done.
Sweet. Oh, was this to make sure it wasn't a bank or anything? Yeah, no, just a photo place. I'll check the tear in a second. I do like the shotgun just being in the chair here, in memory of this shotgun.
But you two are dead. I took your funeral photo.
Yes, and made an absolute hash of it.
One doesn't expect a picture of one's corpse.
To come across so lifelessly.
Well, it's a corpse, so yeah, it kind of is without life.
The real Lady Comstock. I think she's a combination of herself and my feelings towards her.
What do you mean?
I'm just so angry. At her and at my father. I think she's her, but she's also partly me. I'm not even sure I understand it myself.
That's insanity. What proof would you have that Mr. Fink would hurt the Lutesses?
The Lutesses told me.
The Lutesses? When?
Yesterday. Yesterday morning.
Rupert! They've 7 days.
Poor Rupert. I do like that name, though. Okay, so if that's here, then we might actually be needing to look for more. Voxophones, because that said it was under Bank of the Prophet. So I may need to be looking around this area more. There was a codebook we found a while back, and there should be a place to get both an infusion and a voxophone. But the problem is I have to find it first. Alright, here we go. I believe this is where the last one is. Yeah, here we go. Bank of the Prophet, main hall. This is going to be a fighting area, I can already tell you. I'm just going to go ahead and... yeah. Yeah, I think this is another area where you fight Lady Comstock's ghost.
Push him out of cover! I'll bleed you out!
Thanks. Well, that was weird, Booker. Let's not do that again. No.
Don't stop firing!
I don't know who you're talking to. I killed your other friends. They're all gone.
Footsteps seem to go down to the vault.
Well, before that... just a heater. Eh. Put a sandwich in the... never mind. Why'd I even bother asking?
Take a look at this?
Yeah, I got 30 picks. You might as well. It's probably not gonna be much if it's only one pick, but
All yours.
150. I guess that's not bad for one pick.
50%.
What's that?
50% of everything people earn here goes right to Comstock as a tie.
I gotta get me a job in the profit business.
Apparently.